So the first thing that called me to Grander Water was my desire to have a chlorine-free swimming pool when I was living in a rented villa out in Ibiza. And basically I started to understand how the body can absorb chemicals very quickly through the skin, realized that was not good for my psoriasis, and along with a lot of other things, and decided to do something about it. So started investigating, and that's when I contacted yourself, and we went forward. I bought the Grander swimming pool unit, which is only a small unit, but very powerful, because we ended up with a situation where our swimming pool water had absolutely minimal doses of chlorine in, and it was being maintained at virtually nil chlorine level so that we could swim in it. So we were very, very happy, and that was a stable situation over the last 3 years when we were in Ibiza. And then I went to Australia earlier this year and met up with a Grander rep in Australia who has actually coached me on how to reduce the chlorine input even more. And I'm going to be using that on a project in France during the course of this year. So yeah, I've been very happy with that. As a result of all of those dealings, I've been looking into Grander much more deeply, and I've since then had a system installed in my house in the UK. And yes, we can definitely tell the difference after having had the Grander installed. The taste, no smell, and just generally feeling the energetics of it much better. As I realised, of course, it's absolutely fundamental to get the water right, because unless that's right, then you are constantly in a state of toxification, which you're constantly trying to clear, and that is just not good for the body. So as an investment, I mean, I don't think it's got any, there should be no questions raised really, because it's water. It's got to be the best thing for your body, and therefore it's got to be your top investment. I mean, I haven't actually done a cost benefit analysis working out the number of times I am not ill as a result of having the Grander. I don't think anybody's done that, because I'm generally a fairly well person anyway. But I'm sure you could do that cost analysis if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just even on the issue of not buying bottled water would be a starting point, wouldn't it? A tangible starting point.
Yeah, totally. No, yeah, because we've been buying, we were buying bottled water, we were buying filters, and I mean, we just haven't even touched that. Even just small things like, you know, you're going to go out for a day's walking, and immediately you can just fill up with a Grander water straight into your bottle, and away you go. No trips down the supermarket or anything else. So yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. And if there's one thing you'd want to say or share with someone who is considering Grander water, what would that be?
Oh, do your research into how the body uses water first, because that will be a foundational piece of information to your understanding of the greater benefits of Grander water. And if you've done some good research, then actually that will lead you on to some much more interesting information, which will just be very useful for your life, basically, and your family and your kids, everybody. Right. I mean, when I go to other people's houses, I try their water, and immediately I know it's just full of rubbish. You can taste it. So yes, it is definitely a good benchmark to start with, without a doubt.